Hey guys, first of all, I just want to let you know that all the sources for the information in this video I'm going to link in the description. Yeah. In 1985, Showbiz Pizza Place and Pizza Time Theater merged, converting the animatronics in the most of the Showbiz Pizza restaurants to Munch's Make-Believe Band, which are the animatronics used in what are now Chuck E. Cheese's. Well, the restaurants of Chuck E. Cheese's that still happen to have animatronics. After that, Creative Engineering, Inc., the company that made the Rockfire Explosion for Showbiz Pizza restaurants, had a surplus of Rockfire Explosions that they were selling for record low prices. If a business was to buy a center stage Rockfire Explosion, they could also purchase a Moonrockers change-out package for an extra $15,000. The Moonrockers change-out package would have included new software and different cosmetics for the center stage. And in the marketing for the Moonrockers change-out package, they seem to put like a heavy emphasis on the fact that you could change out the center stage Rockfire Explosion to the Moonrockers in about like 20 minutes. Although nobody ever ended up buying the change-out package, so there's only one set of Moonrockers that exist. Also, the advertisement advertising the Moonrockers mentions buying a 3-stage Moonrockers change-out package for $25,000, but no Moonrocker characters were ever made to replace Rolf and Billy Bob on their stages. The Moonrockers that do exist, however, are Admiral Orc, who claims to be their leader. Orc plays a space organ, was voiced by Bert Wilson, and he also uses Fatz's mech. Princess Haley Loves Singing was voiced by Tariva Henderson, I'm sorry if I pronounced that name wrong, and uses Mitzi's mech. Quasar Eats Lizards, plays laser guitar, was voiced by Melvin Fector for his speaking voice and Sean Fernandez for his singing voice, and he uses Beach Bear's mech. And then there's Ozone, who likes playing the hollow drums, and was voiced by Dana Fitch, and uses Duke LaRue's mech. Then there's also the Moonbat, who uses... I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce this name at all. I'm just gonna... it's spelled Antioch. I've never heard anyone pronounce its name. But, yeah. The Moonbat uses Antioch's mech. And then there's the Rock Baby, who uses Choo Choo's mech. Dave Thomas had designed the characters, and Bert Wilson made the costumes and wrote 3 songs for the Moonrockers. One of them being called We're the Moonrockers, which is their main theme song. The Cyclops Boogie, a song about Admiral Orc's girlfriend, and a reprise of the theme song. The entirety of the show tape containing the songs resurfaced on January 24th of the year that I'm recording this in, 2024, which is 39 years after the Moonrockers were initially created. Only the one show tape was ever made for the Moonrockers, though, and it was shown off at the November 1985 International Association of Amusement Parks and Attractions event. At the IAAPA, Shalisa Sloan, being the voice actor of Mitzi from the Rockfire Explosion, sang and performed skits alongside the Moonrockers. But after that, the Moonrockers just sat there in the Creative Engineering Inc. building doing nothing much but collecting dust. According to Aaron Fector, the founder of CEI, and the Moonrockers quote themselves, themselves in quotations, yeah. They apparently live in a city inside the moon. They're time travelers from the year 2085, and they came to bring goodwill. The Moonrockers are CEI's message to the Earth that we were doing the right thing by avoiding nuclear war, since there were Cold War tensions happening in 1985. They also wanted to get on MTV, which is it stands for music television. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory. But they wanted to get on MTV to spread their message, but it never ended up happening. So that's sad. And then in 2013, an explosion referred to as the Blast happened in the building the Moonrockers had been stored in for about 20 years by then. After the blast, some parts of the show apparently didn't work properly, and pictures of the Moonrockers post-blast show cracks around Admiral Orc's drooping mouth, and from what I could see, it looks like one of his eyelids is broken. Ozone's face has a lot of cracks, and his fins seem droopy. And then Quasar's head looks like it's turning like a greenish color and is missing both ears. And his right hand had a ton of cracks in it. And from what I could see, though, Princess Haley seems to be the one in the best condition out of all of them. She looked pretty much just fine. She was just kind of dusty. Personally, I find it kind of sad that the only set of Moonrockers is damaged. But as of November 2022, Aaron uploaded videos on his premium YouTube channel documenting the Moonrockers being moved to Palatka, Florida, to be stored and fixed to be put on display in a CEI museum in the area. So yeah. So I'm glad that they're hopefully going to be fixed one day. I think that's pretty cool. They're going to be on display at a museum. I personally am not really that close to Florida at all. So, yeah, probably never gonna end up seeing them in person. But, it'd still be cool to see images of them, like, fixed and in the museum. So yeah. And then also, I figure I'd mention this, in this video too, but it doesn't really fit anywhere else, so I'm just gonna put this, like, nearing the end of the video. There's a CEI promo from 1983 that advertises a group called the Cosmic Combo, but the only picture of them is just, like, an illustration, so it doesn't seem like any kind of prototypes were ever made of them. They seem to have an outer space, alien type, like, aesthetic. However you pronounce the word. You know what I'm talking about, I'm hoping. And they also were given names, though, in the promotion thing. One of them is named Zax, and then there's Skinhead, Wampas, and the Inca Twins. Since only this one piece of concept art exists of them, they could have ended up being, changed into the Moonrockers later on in development. But in my opinion, that I think the fact, like, the way Skinhead, the one I'm assuming is Skinhead, the one with the giant head, he looks a lot like Quasar, so that makes me think more that, like, the Moonrockers were kind of derived from them. But, yeah. Personally, sorry, I'm trying to think of what to say. Yeah, I think the Moonrockers are a pretty neat group. This video might seem kind of random for me to have just made. But, I don't know, I felt like talking about them. I think later on down the line, I'm gonna do more videos talking about, creative engineering's animatronics. I think they're pretty cool. But, yeah. I just wanted to talk about, the Moonrockers, this week. I think next time I might, like, try to do some research on, like, Bubba the Gorilla. He's a pretty cool guy. But yeah, for now, that's all I have to say. So that's basically like the lore of the story of the Moonrockers, the history of them. So yeah, if you never heard of them before, I think they're a pretty cool group. I'm gonna link the show tape that's on YouTube in the description, so you can go. If you find them interesting, though, I'd recommend watching that or listening to the show tape. It doesn't actually really have much of anything visually, but it contains their songs. So yeah, bye for now.